Hi boys and girls. I've come back to look at how my experiment has come on. My little investigation to see what's the best place to put the ice to make it melt. Okay, now then. So as you can see, I've got the water here that was left on the radiator. I've written radiator on the top to remind me. And this is the one that was left on the table just under the normal lights. And it's quite warm in the classroom because the heating is on, but it was just left on the table. And here is the one wrapped up nicely in a blanket. So let's have a little bit of a look inside. Now this is the one that was left on the radiator. Now remember earlier on it was completely solid ice, wasn't it? Let's open it up. Well, I've left them for about 3 hours now. Oh my word! Can you see any ice left in there? Is there any solid ice at all? No, it's all turned to liquid. It's all melted. Now then, I'm going to pour this into this cup here so that we can, sorry, you didn't see that, so we can see exactly how much water there was in the radiator bowl. The one that was left by the radiator. My goodness, it's all water. Discovery Dog and Nora would have a lovely drink there. Okay, next one. This is the one that was left on the table. Let's open it up and see what's inside. Oh, now then. Oh, look. Now, remember before it was completely solid ice, and there still is some ice inside, but look how it's dripping. That tells us it's still melting, isn't it? Right, let's move the ice to one side because inside the bowl there is some water has melted. Let's pour that in to the cup so we can see how much. Now then, let's put those next to each other. Which cup has got the most water in it? It's the cup that was on the radiator, isn't it? This cup has got more water in than this one. This cup has got less, it is less than half full. This cup is almost full. So which one was better? Was it best to melt the water on the radiator or leave it out on the table? It was definitely the radiator out of these two, wasn't it? Because there was far more water. It melted much more quickly. Right, let's move on to the ice in the blanket. Should I open it up and see? Now, it must have been cosy and warm inside this blanket. Do you think it will have completely melted? Let's find out. Oh, let's see. Let's open it up. Exciting, exciting. Let's open. Oh, let's see. Oh, it's ice. There's, lots of ice. Look at that. A little bit of melting. Right, let's move the ice to one side and let's see how much melted. How much water have we got? Oh, that's not much at all, is it, boys and girls? Let's put it next to this one. And let's see. Now, let's put all three together. Oh, gosh. It's nearly empty, look. It only goes up to here. Oh, dearie me. Did it melt very well in the blanket? No, not at all. It didn't melt very well at all. Now, the thing is, boys and girls, I think I know why. It's because the ice, to begin with, let's have a look at it. The ice is very, very cold, isn't it? And when you wrapped it in the blanket, what happened was, or when I wrapped it in the blanket, I should say, when we wrap it in the blanket, it keeps all of the cold inside. So that cold ice, none of that coldness can escape. It all stays inside the blanket and it keeps the ice cold. It stops the warm air getting in and melting it. But when we wear nice warm things like our warm coats and our blankets, the difference is inside our bodies our bodies are warm. We are hot-blooded creatures, which means inside our bodies they're nice and warm. So when we put a blanket or a coat around ourselves, it keeps all the warmth inside. It doesn't let any of the heat escape, and that makes us warm and cozy. But with the ice isn't warm to begin with. So when that's wrapped up, instead of keeping it warm and cozy, it keeps it really cold. And that's very clever, isn't it? Sometimes you have lunch boxes that have special material around them which keeps everything inside nice and cold. It's the same sort of thing. It's called insulating. That's a very big word, isn't it? Now then, and we're going to find out a little bit more about insulating tomorrow when we learn about how Arctic animals keep themselves warm when they're out in the really, really cold weather. Well, that was a very interesting investigation today, wasn't it, boys and girls? I wonder what you found out. Where did you put your ice? Did you find that one piece of your ice, one of your bowls didn't melt very well? Maybe all of your ice melted really well. Where was the best place to put it? For us, it was definitely the radiator because it's really nice and warm. And the hotter the place is, the more quickly it will melt. The ice will melt. Right, I hope you enjoyed your experiment today. If you haven't sent me any pictures yet, please do, and I can't wait to take a look. Hopefully see you at story time. Bye-bye.